Between September 2024 and February 2025, police were called to the home of Carla Garcia on at least 4 occasions due to various noise complaints from neighbors, who alleged that they had heard shouting and a female voice threatening violence. During all of these visits, the police were unaware that the dead body of young Jaqueline Mimi Garcia lay within the home. The following is footage from the very first visit.
Yeah. 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 Is that this one? I'm not this 134 or 135. It might just be 134. Hello? Hi, how are you? Is everything okay?
Yep.
You got a call. There's a lot of noise coming from your apartment.
No, it was called.
Okay.
Everything's good though.
Everyone's alright?
Yes.
Is everyone else home with you?
Just the babies and I'm working.
Okay. Is your boyfriend here?
Yeah.
Can I speak with him?
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah, I'll sit pregnant. Just you know.
Hello? Oh, okay. My friend Maria. Good. We just got a call.
You'll notice that, as well as Carla being pregnant, her boyfriend has another one of her children in his arms, all while their older sister lays lifeless nearby.
My wife's pregnant. She's now.
I'm not going to get so. This is difficult.
Alright, well, I'm going to get your questions and write your names down and then go with you get here, okay? Okay. Hi. Everything's okay. It's okay. How old are you? 3? One more. Here you go.
Okay. And your card assessment? Yeah, but the card. Yeah,
David, if you could play us your first movie.
Okay, so the first one. Okay.
We're actually waiting.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, consider that.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, sometimes with the parts of the can't choose from your favorite, so if someone is looking one way, someone another way, sometimes it's just clashes. So, just give me a minute, okay? Carla, K-A-R-L-A, 6196. Last name, Nanita, N-A-N-I-T-A, first name John, comes from 9 You guys got that?
Yeah.
No problem.
The family reportedly used ammonia to mask the scent of the body while it was stored in the home. This may be one of the reasons why the police were unable to detect anything upon their visits to the property. A few months after this initial visit, in January 2025, a virtual wellness check by the Department of Children and Families was conducted, during which her mother reportedly had another child impersonate Mimi to convince social workers she was still alive. Her body was eventually discovered on the 8th of October 2025 inside a 40-gallon plastic storage bin located behind an abandoned home in New Britain, Connecticut. Police were led to the location following an anonymous tip around 1 p.m. that day and secured the scene immediately. Mimi was found in an advanced state of decomposition. She was discovered inside plastic trash bags wrapped in sheets and blankets and placed within a laundry basket inside the bin. Investigators believe Mimi died around September the 19th, 2024, while living in Farmington. Her body was reportedly kept in a plastic storage bin in the family's basement for months before being moved to New Britain in March 2025.
Who's holding that? That's my bedroom. It's not a bedroom. Check the closet. No. No, just put it open. Would you like to roll off in my pocket?
In the body camera footage, you can see Carla open the door. Officers then go and look for Jaqueline and put her in handcuffs.
Garcia, the aunt of 12-year-old Jaqueline Mimi Garcia, was arrested for intentional cruelty and unlawful restraint following her alleged participation in the abuse, starvation, and the concealment of the child's death. She was linked to the case through photographic evidence of the victim restrained with zip ties, admissions to police regarding the abuse, and a criminal history involving a prior conviction for abusing a toddler.
What? Can you grab my phone?
Jonathan Nanita, Carla's boyfriend, was arrested on Monday the 13th of October 2025. 5 days after the discovery of the child's remains, he was apprehended in Waterbury, Connecticut, following a police chase. After being released from prison in 2020, Mimi's biological father, Victor Torres, gained joint custody with the mother, Carla Garcia, in May 2022. However, in June 2024, Garcia was granted sole custody. Torres stated he last saw Mimi at her 5th grade graduation on the 10th of June 2024. Torres told investigators that earlier in 2025 he had requested the Department of Children and Families to conduct a wellness check on Mimi because her mother had refused to provide their address. DCF reportedly declined the request because he had not provided a specific location for them to visit. He continued to ask to see Mimi throughout 2025. In June 2025, when Mimi missed her sister's graduation, Garcia told him she was at school. As late as the 5th of October 2025, just days before her remains were found, he brought McDonald's to the family's home, and Garcia claimed Mimi was at her friend's house. Following the discovery of her remains, Torres and Mimi's estate filed a notice of claim to sue the state of Connecticut and the DCF for $100 million. In March 2026, he testified before the Connecticut Legislature's Education Committee in support of H.B.5468, a bill aimed at regulating homeschooling. He argued that more oversight is needed to prevent children from falling through the cracks, as Mimi did after being withdrawn from public school. In her case, she was withdrawn from school in August of 2024 under the guise of homeschooling, which officials believe was a tactic to hide her condition from mandatory reporters. Carla Garcia and Jonathan Nanita were both charged with murder with special circumstances, conspiracy to commit murder and risk of injury to a minor. Jaqueline Garcia was charged with the intentional cruelty to a child, first-degree unlawful restraint, and the risk of injury to a minor. As of April 2026, they have not yet been sentenced. The case is still moving through the pre-trial phase in the Connecticut court system. All three defendants remain in custody, with a bond for the mother and boyfriend set at $5 million each and the aunt at $1 million. We would love to hear your thoughts about this case in the comments below. Please like and subscribe for more, and thank you for watching.